I mean, to the point where I'm shaking, my face is numb, lips are tingling, because it's like, oh my God, now I'm moving into this next realm of life, and I don't necessarily know what to expect. I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Am I doing this right?
Yeah, and even with the second, with my second child, it was just like, why? I just couldn't wrap my mind around it. So the anxiety of it was constant, which led into other things. But it is very important, as you said, make sure that you are honest. If you are not honest with you first, you definitely cannot be honest with anybody else. You cannot pursue any form of a relationship solely, because there's always that block, because you're scared. So I don't care if it's a friendship. Hey girl, how you doing? I'm gonna block you just a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Because you're scared. So I heard something that was so profound. I went to a conference a couple weeks ago, and he says, guarding your heart does not mean building walls around.
That's right.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And he was like, guarding your heart does not mean building walls. Guarding your heart means exactly that. But in order to let people in and to really know if this is the good fit, you have to let that down.
Got to.
You can't be walking around because now you're inaccessible.
That's good.
So, that was life-changing for me. And, we deal with things and it's crazy, but anxiety is very real. Absolutely. And it resonates with a lot of women, for sure.
Just to piggyback on what you were saying about guarding your heart, adding to guarding your heart, it really makes me think of our thoughts, right? Because the thoughts that we think, so a man thinketh, so a man is.
Yeah.
And so with guarding our heart, we have to think about what we're thinking about. Because then it will really start to affect how we feel inside of our heart.
Right.
So that just reminded me of.
Yeah. Serious.
What are some of your thoughts, Ms. Johnson?
In my case, as far as my kids, when it comes to my kids, I've been having anxiety all week. I'm having a little bit of anxiety right now, which is normal. It's just not having my mom and dad.
Yeah.
So I wonder if I'm doing everything right.
Right.
So it's just like, I don't know, I'm kind of teary-eyed, but it's been a hard week for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I can't be around my kids all the time, and I'm a very sensitive person, so I'm sorry if I'm crying, but this is a touching,
It's real.
It is real.
touching topic for me because of what I went through this week. As far as my son, I had an incident where he had gotten in a fight previous weeks ago, and one of the parents tried to hit my baby, and I couldn't be there, but I got the phone call of him, mommy, help, and I couldn't be there, so it bothered me. That's why I asked for prayer the other day, because I couldn't sleep, because I'm just and then the lady stays, in the same apartments as me, in a different building, so that's really anxiety, because I'm okay, is she watching us too? She watched him go to school, so it's just it's hard for me right now as far as the anxiety. And then just growing up, just always had anxiety, just oh, am I doing this right, or am I not doing it right, because I didn't have the guidance, acceptance, or the guidance, or do they like me, and trying to fit in basically. So
what I wanted to say when you said that about I wasn't there. It's so tough for us. I keep referring all women, period. But I'm a woman of color, so I have to speak from that viewpoint. But it's so tough for us not to take the Superwoman cape off.
Yes.
It's so hard for us. And I know women who are watching this and us sitting around the table having this real relevant discussion. It's real. It's tough to not feel like I have to be there for the kids. I have to be there for the husband. I have to be there for the business. I have to be there for the church. I have to be there for we're stretched in so many different kind of ways. It's almost like we're, I forgot what the goddess name was, and she has all the arms that are reaching out to all these different things. I remember talking, it's not Medusa, no, I think it's Isis. But when it says Isis, but I remember when I talked to Victoria before, I told her when I see her in the spirit, that's what she looks like to me. She's got the hand here, the hand there, the hand there, the hand. She's holding up right. She's got the baby. She's got the, and that's us. We are literally super women. I mean, any major movement that took place, black women were at the helm of it. You know, we were at the helm of civil rights. We were at the slavery.
Yeah,
we held
yeah.
it down, you know. And so we've got to the place now here in 2019, we still haven't learned how to take a girl's trip, how to get away. We had to have a movie, y'all. We had to have a movie tell us it's okay to go take a girl trip. And even in the movie, there was so much dysfunction. They couldn't even enjoy themselves in the movie. Because we have got to learn. My mother said all the time, nobody can take care of a woman better than another woman. Because we should understand the play. You couldn't be there. You were too busy being there. And so I think that's the thing though, is when do we give ourselves allowance? When do we give ourselves permission to say, I can't do it, and not feel guilty, and let the guilt go that I couldn't do it? That, you know, when do we do that?
Yeah. What do you think, Miss Evelyn?
Well, for me, I mean, just listening to, you know, everybody else, it takes me back, and a lot of times I refer to my marriage, because y'all, I love my
You just
husband.
love him. She loves him.
Lord knows I love my husband. So, in the beginning, I mean, you know how you have those bad marriage, I mean, not marriages, you know, bad relationships, you know, that you, this person did this, you know, so you just have these different anxieties about what's gonna happen next, you know, kind of thing. So for me, when I met him, and I'm like, okay, this is too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because he's just like the nicest person.
Yes.
Even up until this very day, we will be
Yes.
celebrating 15 years this year. And you know, but in all seriousness, but when we met, and as we're going through the relationship, and I'm like, okay, he got the good foot in. When is he gonna drag that bad foot in?
Yeah.
So I had those kind of anxieties, you know, like thinking, okay, I know he gonna leave me, or you know, this, that, and the other, something. But thank God, he molded this man just for me and molded me just for him, you know. And so I don't have those anxieties anymore in that area. You know, that actually they went away a long time ago.
Yeah.
But that's where mine, you know, really stemmed from.
That's good.
So, yeah, I think going back to kind of just tie this whole piece in terms of the anxiety, you know, just understanding what your triggers are, and being honest with yourself about, you know, if you do struggle from anxiety, you know, just to kind of, you know, revisit what Pastor said in terms of, you know, the mom piece, that in and of itself comes with so much anxiety. And I know, for me, it is, you know, am I doing this right? Am I screwing them up? Oh my goodness, she gotta go to school today? Okay, we gotta go here. You know, so trying to be everything for every child, and then being a spouse, making sure you're meeting the spouse's needs, and then having anxiety about, okay, I didn't rest enough, am I on point? You know, that self-care piece is very important. But also, being aware of what's healthy anxiety, you know, the foresight, you know, the fueling piece, but also being aware of what's not healthy. When it is intense, you know, when it's frequent, when you feel like you're suffering, when you feel like you're constantly distracted and it does not ever leave. Those are the anxiety signs that, you know, you need to probably talk to someone. You know, we all suffer from it. You know, we most definitely need to be honest about, you know, what it is that you're struggling with. You know, that's a huge piece of it. People we can be transparent to a certain point. We can be honest to a certain point, that it doesn't compromise anything or your perception of who I am. But I believe that in our transparency, those people that are meant to be a part of our lives, they will gain a greater sense of respect for who we are, what we're trying to do, because we are human.
Yes, ma'am.
You know,
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so just being aware of that, understanding that when those things become overly intensified in terms of anxiety, that you need to, you know, go and seek some help, go talk to somebody.
Please.
Right.
Yes. Definitely. Get
You
some
should,
counseling. Yeah. Get
Community,
some,
yeah.
get some counseling. We're built to be, the Lord built us to be communal. I
Yeah.
mean, He did. He wants us to be a community. We have scriptures that iron, man, sharpeneth iron, you know, iron sharpeneth iron, and that, you know, and my brothers keep, we have scriptures that let us know how God really meant for us to be. And we got to get out of this Shaka Khan guilt that I'm every woman, solidly. Yeah, because you got to understand that, you know, you could be every woman if you want to, but take all them women to some counseling.
Take
Right.
off.
Yeah, take all, one all the women up.
As a unit.
Yeah, put them all in your top, right? And I'm being joking, but I'm being real serious.
Yeah,
Take them all together and say, hey, we get ready to go get some counseling. Call somebody and have an accountability partner.
Yeah.
Have somebody who you can trust with your real self.
Yeah.
You know, get somebody in your life. And I know it can be tough because the Bible even says you would fool others his whole heart. So be careful in who you engage with and who you share with, but find somebody. There's some folks that's out there. Again, let me shameless plug. I mentored some women called Pearls. We are princesses exhibiting a righteous lifestyle successfully. And so my pearls know they can be unabashedly themselves.
Hello.
Come to me, come to me and talk and say it, and don't try to be pretty with it. Yeah, bond exactly, bond is free.
And have a conversation.
And have sister clean conversation. See what happens when you get a community of women together. See, this is why I think this is so powerful and why I'm so glad y'all joining us today, seriously, because very rarely do you have a group of women. I only knew a couple of these sisters at this table before today.
Right.
Now I have a community of sisters that I can call.
Yes.
When I was talking to my husband yesterday, a situation came up. I said, oh, I'm gonna see my girls tomorrow. I'm gonna ask them about this. They already asked their help about this. I need their input on this.